Hello, hello, welcome to our Saturday stream. Hope you guys have a good weekend so far. Hi Pinoik, hi Sparka. What kind of glasses are you getting? I personally am blind without my glasses, so it was quite sad to see that I broke my glasses last time. Turns out it's fixable, they fixed it. But I also wanted new pair, so here we are with me in my new pair. Spy glasses. No, no spy glasses. New glasses. Yeah. Yeah, I guess glasses and spying may people think of spyglassing, yes. Yeah, looking at which my glasses now look like those chinchilla ones. If only not they weren't sunglasses. Hello, Mr. Amve. That's what a spy would say. Of course, of course. Alright, what pro games do we have? We have Satomi versus Nishiyama. Of course, title match, we're gonna... Oh, this is League. League? Not actual match. Right. But we still probably wanna watch it. What else? Yeah, Saturdays we watch pro games. Because, hey, who else better to explain pro games than a pro? Me knowing nothing about static rook. Oh, by the way, guys, I wanted to tell you, maybe we can wait until more people come. But as you know, I'm working for Tips for Beginners videos. Content is here. Hi, Content. We reached the middle game thing. And we already talked about positional judgment and sabaki. So I was thinking I will do a trick where, hello Novoiska, well, I'm gonna research certain opening through the week and then kind of feeler it with shogi proverbs. And then the next week, after I studied that certain opening, I'm gonna present it. I was thinking about Ureshino because two people recommended that we do Ureshino. So since I know nothing about Ureshino, I need that 1 week to prepare. If you guys have any recommendations or what I should read or what is a book, good book to read, or like which professional should I follow, please tell me. Please tell me, I need it. Alright. I just scrolled without actually reading what I'm looking at. Okay, so we have like C class, B class, C class, C class. Yeah, but like, that's cool to like show what is Ureshino, but that's not the level of explanation that people expect from the channel. And for me to explain it well, I need to have a deeper understanding than what I'm explaining. Does it make sense? Because I need to know what I'm talking about. I cannot just like make it up, yeah? I need to know more than what I am explaining. Else you... Okay, no, it's not roast people. let's just end the sentence here. Heroes... did we watch this game actually? Did we? No, it's also this week, yeah. Oh, I'm kind of curious about this one. I chose like 5 Kif already. Fuji... Inaba, but it's Bishop Exchange. I mean, I'm gonna open it anyway. Satomi versus Fortin. This we watched last week, I believe. Alright. Yes, it does make sense. Thank you, Sparka. Regular static rook rapid attack with the bishop on the diagonal. On the other diagonal, what's more to it? Yeah, see, that's the level of explanation that I don't want to do it. You want to explain why is this playable? Why don't you make castle, for example? Why is it working? What are your main goals? How can your opponent stop you? What's your weakness? And some example games. You need much more to it in order to explain that Joseki well. Well, order of moves matters as well. And to know the correct order of moves, you of course need to be aware of all the traps that are possible. And to make a video interesting, you probably need to know at least like one or two of them in order to prove certain points. Which you're not gonna know without playing the game yourself many times or reading a book. Probably professional games, they won't fall into these traps because they're professionals, so it's not a good study material. Yeah, it's not that easy, yeah? Alright, guys. Just checking. If you guys forgot to play TT series games, I remind you that Sunday is the deadline. Alright, so what do we have today? We have Satomi versus Nishiyama, Meijin League, or Nishiyama versus Nakamura, Ladies Freedan. And this is like the ladies Meijin class, yeah, the A class. Oh god. Marika, yeah, Nakamura Marika. The only thing I know about Urishino is the iconic video thumbnail by Chess Lifestyle that shows up whenever you search for Shogi opening on YouTube. The one when he's... yeah, okay. I scrolled to the 6th minute and we show nothing of the opening. Quite disappointed. Okay, so he's showing both static rook and swinging rook variations, yeah? And just the winning one. I mean, I should probably watch it. Thanks, Contetti, I'm gonna check it out. I know nothing. Assume I know nothing. I just know it's supposed to counter bogging in a very creative way. And I know it's annoying to play as a swinging rook against. That's all I know about Urishino. Maybe I could divide it, like half of the week about static rook, the other half about swinging rook or something. No, because you don't make a castle, so technically you're much faster. I don't know how you lose one tempo. You mean by moving the bishop back? Anyway, I guess I'm gonna read a book about it. Then we have Fuji versus Hirose Game 4. That's this we need to watch, yeah. This we didn't watch yet. Yeah, we watched 3 of them. This is again Nakamura, this time Momoko, playing against a young Matsushita, I think her name is Lady Professional 1Q. So it's interesting because a veteran versus, well, technically a newbie, yeah, in good meaning of the word. This is again Fuji, GT High versus Inaba, and Satomi versus Fortin. Kiriyama, is it? It's my brain cannot read. Kariyama. Alright, Kariyama. Tell me, guys, what would you prefer? Should we make a quick voting poll? You probably don't care. You're like, do whatever you want. But which Kifu do you want to watch? So I'm gonna assume we all wanna watch Fuji versus Hirose. So we have Satomi versus Nishiyama. Nishiyama versus Kamura versus Matsushita. Versus Kariyama. Alright. I give you 5 option, chat. This will be the second Kifu we're gonna watch. I'm gonna give you like 3 minutes to vote on it. Right now. Alright. Ureshino. Shogi Temple. Kinda feels weird to have tips for beginners and then start by Ureshino, which counters climbing silver, without explaining what a climbing silver is. Kinda feels weird. Perfectly balanced? Oh no. Okay, 2 votes for Nishiyama basically. I have to book. Well, I will check later. There's also new Ureshino. This bishop scares me, guys. Okay, the voting is like 40 seconds left. I see 2 votes for Satomi Nishiyama. Nishiyama versus Nakamura, 2 votes as well. Nakamura Matsushita, 2 votes. 1 vote for Kariyama game and whatever 1 vote as well. Okay, so there is some Mainavi. Wait, if I click Mainavi. So they recommend, like, reference those 2 books, apparently. Should be on Mainavi page as well. Oh well. I think I had this book somewhere. Could find it. Oh, there's a second version. Furibisha version. Cannot read those because in English. Okay, Satomi versus Nishiyama won. So we're gonna won that one. We're gonna watch that one. Japanese, please. Okay. Oh, they have Kindle version. Okay, that makes it easier. Or maybe, wait, is this the same? Oh, this is different. Maybe I had this one. This is 2015. Those are old. Anyway, doesn't matter if the strategy is old. If people want to play it, we have to research it. Okay, so Satomi Nishiyama, I think, was what you guys decided upon. So we're gonna save this one. And Fuji's game as well. Fuji, let's go. Let's start with ladies' game because it's easier for the brain. Satomi Sente Nishiyama. Actually, I'm not sure if it's easier on the brain. Now that I think of it, maybe it's crazier in a way. Yeah. Hopefully I saved it in the nope, of course I saved it in the wrong format. Ifu, yes, and Ifu. Okay. So, unexpected chinchilla, sometimes it happens. It's all because of you guys. I'm got so used to making that voice on the streams that sometimes when I'm nervous I just do it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is unusual. Normally we would see Satomi push this pawn, right? And like put the silver behind. That scratch was... Alright, maybe I'm turning into were chinchilla today. Who knows? Scratching, chinchilla noises, big eyes. There is some magical powder behind me as well. Maybe I'm turning into were chinchilla. Okay, bishop 3-3, Nishiyama's specialty. And we see this pawn push, which is important for castling. Now, it might be an interesting question for some. What happens if we drop the bishop here? But it can be countered by something like this, and both sides create a horse. I think would be a possible way. The other way is we allow the horse to be made. But I think it's fair to try that. Okay, we have 5-5. I would normally like push my king or silver up to like help with the protection to 5-3, but Nishiyama's idea is probably push, takes. It's a check. And what do we do? If we escape, we can exchange the bishops and drop the bishop. Is that acceptable? Thank you, Sleeping Bird. Oh my. Okay, this is shocking to me. So I was talking about this line. Like, what happens after this check? Maybe we offer a rook exchange. Yeah, maybe that's the idea. And you see we cannot escape because the king is in the way. Pawn drop also doesn't benefit us greatly. We threaten to exchange the bishops and drop one over here. So kinda Sente is in hurry. If we take... Let's say we take it with this one, yeah? Why? Because bishop exchange and we have space here. The rook happens, maybe we can come. But it looks sketchy. Anyway, that's something like this they might be considering. Again, if we just move the king, I think there is like this bishop drop, which allows the horse to be made. It's not like it's 100% good horse, like perhaps we can try to delete it and stuff later on. But it's something we have to consider. Maybe like bishop drop exists and it's like kind of painful to stop. Maybe both sides have good counters and we don't want to go there. Rook goes back. Did I miss something? You mean like this? Or do you mean after the bishop thing? If the bishop thing, then we can promote on this side. Oh, I see. It's static position. Yeah. This is crazy to me. This is like... Guys, if we ever move a piece and then go back, it's like you wasted two, not one. Two moves, right? So... And on top of this, we have this Vanguard Pawn. So the thing with Vanguard Pawn, they're cool because they exert pressure on the enemy shape. But if they don't have a support, they're easy to crumble. Like, for example, if we just push this pawn, you have to take, and it's gone, yeah? So it would take few turns to set that Vanguard Pawn. Maybe in the meantime, Nishiyama will start moving. Hello, Ryoshi. Hope you're having nice weekends as well. So we have this pawn push, which de facto makes the rook stuck over here. And now what's our plan? Yes, silver development, silver, king, king. And now it's like we pretend nothing happened in the opening, yeah? It's very weird. Yeah, it's kind of this kind of thing. I mean, I looked at her face and she was smiling, so I'm trying to outplay her by changing her preparation or something like that. I know she studied my game and she has a counterplay, so I'm gonna play something else. But it's Nishiyama, she knows how to play against static rook. We have this knight development. And so far, you know, we had enough time to put the silver here. Maybe we can go here and exert pressure there. In the meantime, I think we are able to block it with this pawn push. Currently, we're pushing this pawn. Knight jump isn't that scary yet, basically. Knight jump would actually help us because we would be able to exchange our own knights, perhaps. And also notice Nishiyama didn't go for a fight. I think what she's saying is, oh, I see you did waste a move. So I'm gonna play normal shogi with 2 moves advantage. Yeah, pretty fun way to approach the situation. This is the static rook tax. It's unlikely we're gonna answer because it's tax. Mino, and here, I mean, if silver goes up, we also have the option of rook going here, protecting this pawn. If we push this pawn, means we block our bishop, yeah? But we also have a square for silver to develop. What else? If we're really crazy, we could consider going for bishop exchange and a horse making. The move that we really would like to play for castle development is 7-4 pawn, because we currently have a weakness for knight drop over here. Knight drop combined with lance drop is always a pain for Mino. Knight jump isn't scary yet. There are of course techniques like knight takes here, rook takes, and then we push this pawn. The thing is we have a bishop helping us here, so it's not gonna be effective. Oh, now Voiska's idea is if they move the silver, we move the rook and then the knight jumps. If we were take it, there's a fork. That's interesting indeed. But then maybe, let's say pass, yeah? I mean, we technically could just go back. Yeah, but then we lose a pawn, yeah? I mean, it's not like it's game breaking. Yeah, sure, if we take this, there's the fork we're talking about. We can take this pawn, but it's not gonna help us because the silver takes the bishop, so... Yeah, that would be quite nasty threat, I think. But also notice, if this happens, we have bishop for knight and silver exchange. And bishop exchange for 2 pieces, like silver and a light piece, is actually not that bad, generally speaking. We also developed the knight. So interestingly, it's not that bad. What castle can Sente make? They have both castle, they wanted to go into vanguard pawn position, but they don't have enough time. So they have to fight with the minimum castle, which is the boat castle they currently. Bishop 5-5 is not possible. Wait, it is. Actually, I was thinking like we lose the rook, but they also lose the rook. That's true. Actually, that's true. Yeah, it is possible. We might have some tricky moves like pawn push or something. Yeah, it would be an equal fight, right? The position would come down, and maybe Gote has a little bit of edge here. So yeah, let's say it will be an overplay. Thank you, Mild Things. This is a great line. All right, so let's. What do we agree on? I think, Sente can try stuff. First moving the rook to the first row. You mean like here? They will have bishop drop somewhere here too. I see. Yeah. But then it spends... I see, you're avoiding this line, yeah? But it spends one move. So actually what's going to happen... We don't want to give Sente any tempo because, as we said, we're already 2 moves ahead. We want to utilize the tempo. And there is an interesting move that I mentioned before. Pawn 5-4, yeah? I didn't realize this was its own castle with bishop on 2. Yeah, this is both. If the bishop is there, it's both castle, yeah. Well, bishop doesn't have to be there, but this shape of a boat and waves, this is both castle, yeah? Which, if your question was which castle it can evolve to, we wanted to create something like this with 2 silvers in the center. There's just not enough time to do it. Nishiyama's attacking before Satomi can do anything. It's really interesting here. So it goes for the original plan, I think, of creating a horse. Yeah, we can create a horse here. It can create too many things if we had time. The problem is we don't have time. The tower mina is interesting as well because it would connect with this silver in a good way as well. Sleeping bird, it takes way too many moves. Yeah. And the fight just started. And knight jumps comes in because we cannot take. Bishop comes up. Now if we take, the knight and the pawn would be attacking in the center, so it's relatively good thing. But before doing anything, Satomi plays gold 6-8 from the right side. And I think it's an attempt to bring the rook here. The same rook that she had there in the beginning of the fight, but we could have considered this, I think. I am trying to think what Nishiyama could have done in this position. I mean, we don't have pawn to drop. Exchanging the bishops wouldn't help us to defend here. It would allow us to find certain attacks. We could take and try... Yeah, we don't have pawn. So I think we... Let's try take. And then take this one. This way we're still defending. They don't have a bishop drop here. If they drop a bishop here, we just... The bishop drop is quite problematic, actually. And yes, this shape looks awful, yeah? This shape looks a little bit awful. Yeah, I really want to take this pawn. If they take, we take, and the knight is kind of in trouble. But the problem is they will drop the pawn and our gold is in trouble. It cannot go back because the knight is here. If it goes here, it looks kind of scary, right? So I thought maybe if we take the bishop first, that gives us additional square for the gold to go here. But then they drop the bishop, and if we were to drop the bishop, we arrive at the exactly same position. Yeah? Well, exactly same, the bishop move, the silver move, but it's exactly same problem we have. The other idea would be to leave it be, and if they promote, just exchange those pieces. Which is, I think bishop drop continuation is fine, we just defend the gold. I think it's a possibility, especially that we don't have a pawn in hand and we really want that. A possibility, yeah. Bishop drop 3-7 as a trick. Let's check the line Mild is proposing, which is that we drop 5-5 pawn, which is really interesting actually. If they take it, we can drop bishop here, forking the silver and the rook. Now I think it would be really tricky because they can take the gold anyway, and they attack our rook. So we can take the rook, and also we have the knight development. Yeah, so it won't work. I would really like to push this pawn, but again they have this pawn. I mean, technically we do take the knight and take the silver. Maybe this is acceptable. Pawn push. And then what? Silver drop, bishop drop, silver drop, right? Bishop drop is gold drop. Yeah. I clicked something. So I think maybe that's one possibility. Like when we take this knight and it becomes nicer for us. And notice that if we take, they drop the gold, we just go back, we're fine. Let's agree on this line. How about that, guys? Yeah, we managed to take off the attacking enemy knight. We get 2 pawns in hand. Quite comfortable. So this is why Satomi needs more power to attack, yeah? I mean, I don't know how she got to the same conclusion, but for the same reasoning, she moved the gold, yeah, to create space for the rook. Now I said if you jump with the knight, it helps your enemy to exchange the knight, so now is the perfect time to do it because the enemy just passed a move. So we do that, the rook comes in anyway. And now those exchanges are a little bit forced. If we were to take the knight, this helps the silver advance. Little bit surprisingly, Nishiyama takes this one. Which kind of looks like, you see, if we take it, the bishop kind of dies. So I wonder if her idea is to accept it and just defend, or her idea is to simply take the knight and take here. I wonder. In both cases, you know, the knight is gone and they have weaker attack. Again, 2 pieces for 1 exchange. Acceptable. But here, Satomi exchanges the knight first. And if we were to take the silver, it's with the silver here. Now we don't have this move. Satomi has a knight in hand, so it would be unacceptable. This is why bishop takes is the only way. And here we redrop the knight, makes sense, right? We exchange, escape with the bishop. Again, don't wanna walk under here to here, and yes, the rook is kinda on the way. So next, this move might be tricky. Let's think, what would we play in this position? I have 2 ideas. Maybe 3. Okay, one of them worked. One of them was played. So we have to deal with this line somehow. And one way to deal with it is simply escape. That's what Nishiyama chose. And you know, now if Satomi were to exchange here, we have 2 options. Either drop the pawn here or just accept this exchange. But I think this would be a problem a little bit. So I think in this case she would drop the pawn. We would have 2 piece versus 1 exchange, but we're gathering the tempo back. I think this would be a good fight. And our bishop is looking toward enemy castle, so quite nice, isn't it? This is why Satomi needs more power again. She actually pushes 3-5 pawn, trying to block that bishop. Prevent the 5-7 pawn drop and stuff. And here, if we were to take it, what would happen? Perhaps this bishop line would become stronger, as the defender of this square is gone, yeah? This defender is gone if we take it. So Nishiyama finds this position as a chance to do something herself, because Satomi, if she doesn't do anything here... Okay, if Satomi were to do something here, to follow up this move, it would be to take here. And promoting would be another move. Another turn you need to waste to make those moves, yeah? But this is kind of move that we call soft. A move that has a target, but it takes many turns to achieve. If we take, it's of course good and everything, but if we ignore it, it feels soft. So here Nishiyama is like, okay, I'm gonna activate my own piece. Which piece will be that? The knight in hand. And every time your enemy puts a gold here and they still have a bishop here, this knight is always painful. It's a weakness of the boat castle. If you protect this weakness, this square becomes a weakness. They both at the same time become a weakness. Really good Tetsuji to know. So we have to avoid the fork, because knight for gold or knight for bishop is a huge investment. And the fight continues. 6-5 pawn. This time Nishiyama is trying to force Satomi's bishop off this great line. And she manages. The silver is under attack, but it's also protected. What do we do next? So we've managed to lower enemy attacking power on the big diagonal. We have many pieces that are not active. How do we activate another piece? Hello, Alexander. Hello, streamer sounds like a very weird thing to say. It's like, hello, random watcher. Like, you don't even know my name. I know you probably don't mean it, but it just sounds like it. Okay, activation of pieces, always important. Finally, the rook, yeah, after spending 2 moves, comes into the center to bring some resistance here. Now it is natural that we use the pawn to block that resistance, right? De facto next we're retaining promotion. I would say Satomi still has an edge here. Quite interesting to see what Nishiyama comes with next. She cannot really protect that square anymore, right? So when you cannot protect, you go somewhere else. Pawn takes 3-5 is very surprising to me. But also makes sense. We do want to activate this bishop. The problem is if we move it, this silver dies. So we pay the price. We take it, next we push, it's activated. This time enemy doesn't have a pawn in hand to block us, so we are kinda happy. Pawn drop 4/4. We don't have a pawn. Also, that's Nifu. Anything would be a tactic if Satomi had a pawn in hand. Let me say that simply. Oh, yeah, she doesn't have a knight. You need at least 3 pawns for edge attack and something. Even if you like drag this lance here, you don't have anything to follow up it with. Unless you have a knight or a silver to attack that lance. Okay. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Write all the recommendations, guys. It is just my role here to tell you what's wrong or what's correct with your ideas, yeah? Okay. I mean, it would be a great attacking move. Just that we cannot do that. I also remember the proverb, Nifu always looks like a good move. No Nifu looks like a bad move. I've done my fair share amount of Nifu as well, so don't worry. Everybody did it. Alright, rook move is super interesting. Protecting this knight jump as well. Saying, if you push this pawn, I'm gonna take it and threaten promotion. Super interesting. But it also means that Satomi is pushed a little bit to defense. And I would expect this bishop to be pushed away. But no. Nishiyama pushes this pawn anyway. Okay, that's not what was played. Something like this was played, but my question is, like, what happens if we take it? I don't understand what happens if we take it, basically. Do we perhaps offer rook exchange? I mean, I know we lose the silver in the result, but we are able to, like, do this, which, if the gold moves, forks that piece. Maybe that's what Nishiyama is looking forward to. But we also have a pawn, so technically we could... Maybe it makes the attack more complex. More hard to, like, succeed? I'm not sure. No, Chifuzume is a bad move. That's also true. But that's not what people say. Maybe because most of people don't know about Uchifuzume rule. Guys, pawn drop mate is illegal in Shogi, in case somebody of you forgot. Bishop 5/7. Bishop 5/7? 5/7? Oh, Sleeping Bird. We had something like this during our TT series as well. Also, the repetition check being illegal in Shogi. Yeah. Ooh, live on stream. That's harsh. Satomi first. Well, this square is protected by 2 pieces, so I'm not sure. Also, Satomi is on the bottom. Oh, you mean like this? Then if you take it, what do you retake it with? Gold takes creates a weakness. Rook takes, well, basically allows the token to exist. Or knight jump as well is possible somewhere. Oh, streamer who benefited. Alright, alright. Then it's good. Maybe taking 5/4 if the rook leaves the center. 5/4. That's also good point out. Yeah, I like this. I like this. So we waste 1 move to activate our rook, but in the meantime, this side activates the rook in the center. Looks good to me. Okay. Let's go with that. That's nice, Gohendra. Welcome. Bon appetit. Yeah? I guess it's bon appetit without the last T, but anyway. I have husband to correct me later. Alright, so pound per pound takes. Why did we do that? I have no idea. No idea. Perhaps to drop a pawn somewhere in the future to force this bishop out of this diagonal so that the rook moves is more forceful. That's my guess. Bon appetit. Alright, yeah. That's the correct pronunciation from now on. Knight jump, weakening the defense, but also creating a very strong attack in the center. But yeah, we all know that Satomi was behind 2 moves in the center after moving the rook. He's trying to create an attack, but it feels a little bit behind. So again, it's turn for Nishiyama to do something to oppose that attack. And guys, pawn promotion is not acceptable in those situations. Yeah, this is so much faster. We have to do something better. We see what our opponent is trying to do. We see what we want to do. And we oppose what the enemy wants to do because he's stronger here. So they want to attack slowly and carefully. We are like, nope, I shall counter you before anything happens, yeah? Mid of things is also recommending this move and then jumping with the knight. I think it's also fair and interesting. We should consider this move though. Yeah, we should consider it as an option. I think it's fair. But this looks better. Let's agree on that. So if silver takes, I think the rook would be able to sabaki, right? And again, this bishop becomes a big asset compared to this bishop that does nothing. This bishop looks directly at the enemy castle. I think Satomi is very conscious about it in this game. If the knight promotes, we just take the silver. I think. This would drag the knight away from the castle, right? Same if the silver takes, we take the knight. And then we have like a knight to help us attacking as well. So it would be quite a rough fight, considering we also have this move. This knight is the biggest piece on the board. So we try something else. Finally, silver knight exchange happens. Here we take with the gold, silver drop doesn't work. If we would take with the rook, they have a fork, yeah? So it's fair. We take it with the gold. And finally the rook comes here. Pawn drop. So it's a funny technique, because if the rook promotes, we have a strong attack. So we're actually dragging the rook back, forcing it to come back here, yeah? So we pay 1 pawn so that you waste a move, yeah? Now we can continue with our own agenda, which is pawn drop. And pawn drop is beautiful. If the silver comes here, the rook cannot go here anymore. Yeah? Yes, very well, very good, Sleeping Bird. Yes, we have the same way of thinking. Good. If we go here, I actually don't know what's going to happen. I guess we could take it and drop a silver here. Yeah, quite painful. Again, we cannot promote because the bishop is here. So, what do we do exactly? We go back. Knight drop. Yes, I was waiting for it. So now, let's compare the situation to this one. Satomi was attacking. Satomi had all the pressure she wanted, all the active pieces she wanted. She was missing just a little bit. Sorry, hard to keep up with what? Should I speak slower? Please tell me, guys. Please tell me, what do you prefer? Satomi had everything, but with this move, All her pieces are blocked again. The rook is blocked, silver is pushed back, bishop is blocked. How beautiful turnaround it is, right? And the main star is definitely this guy. Both protecting, exerting amazing amounts of pressure. Sorry about that. For me, it's just hard to keep up with the pain in this position. Remember, guys, you don't have to understand all the moves. Just enjoy the flow. But if you have a question, just stop me there. Like, wait, you missed this move or something. Please. I often miss stuff. Practically winning? Well, both sides have 2 pawns in hand. How about that, Seb? Yes, I agree. This knight also big star. Like, those two are bullying this rook, basically. Let's be honest. Is it really that much? Yes, it is. We're gonna see that soon. The rook has to go back. It's under attack. And what happens? No pressure, no problem. How stupidly slow is the talking, and yet how horribly terrifying at the same time. Yeah. Terrifying. Stabby talking coming into play. So Satomi needs to do something. She has to do something about this bishop. Yeah, it's like way too good. So bishop finally has to retreat. And now this rook cannot really sabaki because there is this talking, yeah? So, well, we're gonna finally try to activate this knight. The gold has to escape. And try to find more attack, silver drop for free. Bishop has to escape. And, you know, we cannot really take this pawn because there's 2 pieces protecting it. So we need to block the rook first. Now we're both able to promote or promote. We also technically are able to promote there, but we would like to activate our rook instead. And as you guys know, once this guy is gone, this bishop can be active again. So Satomi doesn't give up, she continues with the pressure. But now it's Nishiyama's turn to play. So she pushes this pawn, reactivates. Oh my. Right into enemy core, yeah? Terrifying. Phew. So I want you guys also to notice, like, this knight never jumped. Because this knight will be active. It will be. The question is more like, are those pieces going to be active? And this is what they're wagering around. Is this piece going to be active? Well, we created token to prevent that. Now this bishop. How do we even prevent it? We cannot drop the pawn. It's an ifu. We cannot drop the pawn because it's an ifu. We could try to push this pawn or exchange the bishops, but this opens our king line. We could allow them to take the lance, but it's kind of scary. So, yeah, the bishop is something around this square is the only option, it seems. Pawn drop 3-3. We can just take it, though. And the same problem reappears, right? Unless you have some nice follow-up. Called 7-7. Pawn 6-6, pawn push. But then bishop goes back. But then we take. Yes, I agree. Ryoshi could be a possibility. Dune's head for the king. I mean, it's fair to like calculate this move, I think. It's fair. I have few ideas, but I don't know which is technically winning. Talking got stronger. Yeah, but it's still far away. I think actually the bishop is strong as well. At some point we can sacrifice it. Technically we have something like this as well. Taking the knight, dropping the knight could be a very tough point. Alexandre, please tell me, how can I help you? I don't know how can I help you. This is the main line. The bishop was just moved to 2-2. And we are analyzing how to counter it. The move that was played, bishop 6-6. The move that we are analyzing is gold 7-7. I hope it makes it clearer for you. Bishop 5-5, well, it's not threatening enough. It's threatening to promote, but like, take, it takes so many moves. And we would have the rook, and then we would have to drop it. Instead, we are already looking at the enemy castle. I think the bishop over here is already good enough. I can give you the link to the game. I think it's this one. Yeah, here you go. All right. Anyway, the game. We have this, the king line was open, but the pressure is a little bit gone. Of course, if the pressure is gone, we want more. And this time we can jump the bishop because the bishop, we can use the knight because the bishop is not there anymore, right? All right, cool, Alexander, happy to help. Now, you know, we could move, but Satomi decided to be aggressive. We take the gold because we can. So technically Nishiyama is gold for a knight up right now. We continue attacking. And now, guys, now the gold took, right? So what just happened? The rook is now unprotected. So bishop drop becomes very efficient. We can attack the rook while returning to promote. Really nice move. Taking with gold feels more stable because it covers more square than the silver. But yeah, it lowers the rook defensive power, like the rook defenses. The rook has to go here to protect itself while protecting the pawn. And I assume we're gonna see a very nice decisive move here. As the bishop drop wouldn't make sense. What would it be, guys? What is a good move in this position? By the way, also the reason why Satomi, like Nishiyama didn't take this is that the rook would escape. Oh gosh, there is a bishop drop though. If the silver takes, silver retakes, we have more defenses here as well. Anyway, bishop more efficient than playing a defensive move. So what's the decisive move? Let's think about it. Welcome back, Contetti. Oh, I'm gonna repeat what I said in the beginning of the stream in case somebody just tuned in. I'm working on the tips for beginners video. As you know, I publish them from Tuesday to Friday, every day. And we just reached the moment in our series where we talked about the middle game goal, and the position judgment. We know those two things. So technically now I would like to talk about Joseki. But the Joseki that was proposed by you guys in the comments was Ureshino. And I know this much about Ureshino, so 0. So I will have to read a book about it. And in the meantime, I'm gonna filler my series with proverbs. So I'm gonna create videos this week about proverbs. Meantime, studying the Joseki. And the next week, I'm gonna make a video about the Joseki. In this case, Ureshino. So that's the plan. Knight to 7-6. Nope. Pawn 5-5. Alright, sleeping bears. Yeah. Good. We are trying to activate the bishop. Pawn 6-7, a gold takes, and pawn 6-7. The problem with this move is that now those both squares are protected. So neither the bishop, neither the knight can be activated. This would help them. Hi Melkor. Hope you had a nice nap. Hopefully you don't sleep in the middle of the day, actually. But hey, it's Saturday. Oh, you slept the whole day. Hey, it's Saturday. I remember you mentioned you had examination, so good rest. Alright. So naturally, if the rook takes the pawn, you're gonna promote, and look at this beautiful horse just trying to stir this king. Yeah, almost made. Yeah, we just need to bring the knight. And, like, we have 3 attacking pieces. Gold in hand, horse and a knight. Almost over. Oh, you didn't sleep at night? Oh, well. Night and pray. No. Here we study. We don't pray, we calculate. Shogi is a game where you calculate. Alright, so that's not what was played. Rook b6, escaping while protecting. But again, pawn drop. I see you try to run, I shall follow you again. I see you try to run, I follow you again. This is so nasty. And this is the last pawn from Nishiyama. Silver takes is a possibility, yeah? Silver takes would weaken the attack, and we would feel safer. We could make... What we could play that would make sense here? In this case, I wouldn't complain if the bishop promoted here, because we slowed them down. Like, ideally we would activate our rook, we just don't have a good move to do so. Maybe like this. Maybe something like this would work. Yeah. Also, by the way, knight drop is illegal. Just for people who might have forgotten. Knight drop is illegal because it has those square to move. It's funny that 81 Dojo doesn't point it out as illegal move. But I guess, yeah, it points out this is illegal. It doesn't point out that this is illegal, which I find... Can I make a move? Mr. Hidechi, I'm gonna print screen this. Mr. Hidechi, something's wrong over here. Something is wrong with the 81 Dojo programming. Whoa, yellow. Welcome. Yes, 3 pawns for each escape file. This is so nasty. Alright. So let's see how it went. Oh gosh, we're really spending time on this gift, but I have so much fun with you guys. Why the pawn promotion never happened? Well, it did happen. Look, pawn promotion. Oh! Here you go, Ivna. Here you go. As you complain, you get it. Okay, so Satomi just gave up on the rook. But yeah, Nishiyama won't care. She will actually exchange rook with happiness because now we can continue with our original threat. Rook drop, hey, Nifu is possible. You can always win by Nifu. The next move is a little bit tricky. How do we defend rook takes? Do we defend rook takes? Probably we have to. And how do we do it? We add another defender. Right. Okay, we're gonna go here. So notice that if we move the gold, this would be a very terrifying move, as the silver would be the overloaded. So we did have to drop. Takes. Knight jumps in. So what Satomi is feeling that this move is coming and the end is near, so she tries to speed up, hoping for a counter attack, yeah? At this point in time, because we got additional pieces, we're gonna actually use the knight to attack, because this is the fastest one. We don't have time to promote the bishop anymore. Currently we're in endgame, we just entered endgame. So Melkor just said that he didn't sleep in the night, so it was actual sleep. Talking is 100% useful. The talking was useful. It stopped the sabaki of Satomi's rook. Thank you for the follow, Shirley. Alright. What are we threatening? So now we're gonna check what we're threatening actually. Satomi is threatening this. Nishiyama is threatening this. The knight's promotion will be actually a checkmate threat with a bishop drop. This promotion, I don't think it's a checkmate. I expected Satomi to take that piece, but she dropped instead. So if this was played, am I missing something? Like, how do we protect against bishop drop is my question. Everybody would be in sleep depth, yeah. Gold 7-1? Because the rook is attacking the gold? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, the reason why Satomi didn't have take it is that now that we have the knight, it could have meant that they have Tsume. But I don't see it. I mean, there has to be something, right? Is taking with the rook better than... Where is the bishop? It's a silver, right? 3 golds in hand is always a good sign. Yeah, but it may seem that Nishiyama is winning here, actually. So the other side. So let's just study it a little bit. I'm gonna take the same position. This, yeah. Bouncing across, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just again, you guys tell your recommendations, and my role is tell you whenever you're right or wrong. I'm not telling you you're you should do something or whatever. I'm just explaining, answering your move. Like, you play move A, I play move B. Just this exchange. Don't read too much into it, yeah? So actually, knight promotion is the correct move. So according to the computer, it says it's 1,554 points for center. Unless we're missing Tsume. So I'm letting it think much longer. But it still shows the knight promotion. So if we take here and computer was saying knight takes 6-8 with promotion. Silver takes and then promote. So if we go with the variation that we just saw, it's like winning. I mean, it's like your bishop behind or I don't know how much bishop. If you're bishop behind, are you winning? Is a question. Depends on the situation, yes. Depends on the other situation, no. So it's like winning, but if you make a mistake, it can be losing. It can be equal again. So I would say it's like bishop and few pawns type of advantage. But not a queen advantage. Yeah, Shogi always... Yeah, it says it's winning for center, actually. I'm gonna ask my other program to read me Tsume, because we figure out while solving the 81 move Tsume that my computer program is better than this one. So I would like to know, in this position, I'm gonna consider with my program. If you guys stop hearing me or something, it means my computer is gonna explode. So it'll say it's black profit. Black advantage. 1,000 points. And it shows the exact same line. Black advantage. 800 points. So it seems like Satomi made a mistake. She should have promoted the knight. She dropped the gold, which... Turn the game around. Wow. Wow. Guys, we just found the mistake in the whole game. And Nishiyama made a mistake that let it be possible. I guess so. Like, we would have to analyze the whole game to find out where was the mistake, but... Yes, like, happens. What happened? So... If Satomi were to promote her knight here, Nishiyama doesn't have a Tsume. If you take it... Knight 7-8, I mean 6-8, right? And knight again, you don't have a knight. If we take this knight, notice that this is Tsume over here. This king will die. Click. This king will die. Even if you don't take it, and you, let's say, I don't know, promote the bishop, this king will still die. For the same reason. Or if it tries to run the other direction, which is here, it dies as well. Like this, because the gold is pinned. Alright? So that's what the problem is. If Satomi promoted the knight, we were thinking maybe she was afraid that gold takes, rook takes, and then Nishiyama has a Tsume. But she doesn't. So the computer proposed line is something like this. And well, we can clearly see that Satomi has the turn. And she has chance to continue, and computer says, yes, she actually winning here, yeah? So that's the problem. Hmm. It's an endgame mistake, huh? I'm gonna, like, look again with the computer. Thank you, Lampnote, for subscribing. Welcome to the harbor. Okay. I just gonna double check, yeah? Night promotion. Yeah, black advantage, 1000 points. So we have to drop the gold to defend. And then Rook takes the gold. What's the fastest one? Oh, drop. Okay. I know you guys don't see. Just give me a moment. I'll show you everything. I will show you the world. Okay. So it's something like the computer line, yeah? Takes. Now, because we don't have Atsume, drop. And although Rook takes the gold is a possible move. Thank you, Flameco. I love them, actually. I do love them. They're blue and they're like a different style. I think they make me look less of a scary person. I love them. They fit me more, I think. It's a little bit weird because they're different style with the frames all around. And you have to turn your head to like see stuff clearly. So I need to get used to it. I love them. Yeah, so even though she has many pieces, she doesn't have the correct pieces to checkmate. %20 extra burn during roasting. All right. Anyway, yeah, probably or less, or maybe. I mean, if it's additional bonus to you guys learning about Shogi, I'm gonna buy 4 pairs of those glasses. What was the move? I forgot. Oh, I remember. Something like this. Something like this was the computer line. You look like Shogi coach. Thank you very much. Alright, back to the actual line. And Satomi played this move instead of the night promotion that we just calculated. This would be winning for Satomi. This is losing for him. So then night promoted, and notice Satomi doesn't have a piece to work with anymore. She has one. She doesn't have 2 golds anymore. So the bishop drop, if we are to promote and drop the bishop, we're missing 1 piece to checkmate. Which gives Nishiyama enough time to take the knight. Okay. So again, another question. Why cannot we take this? Oh my. I just don't understand. Satomi just like... She defended again. I don't know why it's winning for Nishiyama either. But it's crazy to me. Oh, wow. How's it? Takes. Bishop drop, is it enough? Bishop drop, king takes, gold drop, king runs here. That's not good enough, right? If you just drop the gold, king runs here, we drop the bishop, he goes here, and this is forever check, so it doesn't work. Doesn't have to be a checkmate, technically speaking. I think it's something like this. And, well, if king goes here, we have the bishop drop. It's a checkmate. If we go here, this bishop drop looks like checkmate, right? Bishop promotion. We go here. I think this works. We can do this or just do this. So the last variation, which confused me, was this. Then we can drop the bishop here. Go here, checkmate. They go here. We have this technique. Might be working. But king runs here. This is working. All right, so it's all a checkmate, yeah? It would be nice lessons for beginners that what pieces are needed for checkmate. I agree, it's a good practice. There are 2 books you can buy about that. Definitely when we get to our endgame part of tips for beginners, we shall cover it. Bishop promotion 6-9. Ah, you're right. We don't have to sacrifice. Hmm? Oh yeah, here. Alright. We do have to sacrifice, but you're right. Yes, it's all a checkmate. This is why Satomi... your face cam covers one of the players' names. I know. That's how it has been made, so that when I analyze your guy's Kifu, I don't show the name of your opponent. But yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense when we are analyzing pro games. This is where Satomi resigned, actually. I just sped around it a bit because I was confused, like, how is really Nishiyama winning this game? And I just got curious and like wanted to see the outcome of the game. Honestly, I was really confused by this gold drop. I wanna check it out. The computer. Like again, why don't we take the gold there, yeah? So actually, gold drop is the best move, and center is already bad. What happens when we promote the rook? It's a mate in 15. Okay. I cannot see it, honestly. Oh, like that. Okay, I'm blind. So apparently, if we don't do that, this is a mate in 15. Are the games. Yeah, we must. I mean, I gave you guys votes today. I gave you like 4 different Lady Pro, and this is what we wanted to watch. Can we reverse logic the previous night? No, because we didn't. Because the king is... I think we have 1 less gold in that variation. But yes, we can reverse engineer it. Just give me a moment. So here, something like this leads to a checkmate, which is a little bit crazy, and I'm not gonna get into details. If king takes, if it's a knight drop as well. Yeah, knight drop 7-5, and it also leads to a mate in 12. Well, 11, I guess. So if you guys who can check it out at home, this also will lead to a checkmate. So let's reverse engineer it. In this position, we have rook, 2 golds, and knight. Seb. Rook, 2 golds, and a knight. Rook, 2 golds, and a knight. So here we have rook, 2 generals, and a knight. But the king is on this square, which makes all the difference. Yeah. So because the king is here and not here, just remember this position. And not... And not here, it was a Natsume. And also 2 golds versus 2 silvers, that might have been a difference, but... Yeah, she might have miscalculated something. We don't know. We would have to find her, interview with her somewhere. Or maybe, you know, it's easy for us because we use computer, but actually it wasn't obvious at all. But the fact is, she was better off there. Yeah, one small difference in Shogi is a big difference. Remember that, guys, yeah? So... It's just perfect endgame from Nishiyama, yeah? Beautiful. So, that concludes this game. If we, try to summarize it, we saw that Satomi ended up losing tempo in the opening, but overall, it was quite a difficult game, where she did have chances to turn the game around. We saw some cool techniques like pawn drop to lose a tempo, like this rook capturing. Maybe the final strawberry on the cake will be looking at the diagram. And we see this is the move where Satomi, yeah, look, Satomi had all the advantage here. The knight promotion, yeah, was the correct move here. You just missed it. Before that, Nishiyama was better off. She just left the rook where it is. This is interesting. So Satomi actually countered this move perfectly. Yeah, this would be better for Sende even if she took. Wow, we have to leave the rook and just jump the knight. This is really hard to find. What if the gold escapes? That's not very clear to me. I remember somebody proposing a move like this. But what if we escape the gold? Sorry guys, my own curiosity is just... Why is this working? Because we promote the bishop next, or... Just take... Huh? Oh, there is a silver drop, I guess. If we take it all, there is a silver drop here, which gives us tempo. This is crazy though, computer. This is super hard to find and to understand that it's winning. But apparently it is winning. Interesting. Quite heavy looking attack. And now we know Santa has all those pieces in hand, pretty scary looking. But apparently winning for Nishiyama. You proposed it, but before Rook was on 5-6. Yeah, so the difference is that the Rook is on 4-6, which also here it worked. What's the difference? That we could drop the 5-6 gold. But it's saying it works here as well. And the gold drop doesn't exist here. My question is 5-6 gold the correct move in this position, or do we input the pawn? Oh no, it's the correct move. We lose the knight though. So is the idea that we have enough, or is the bishop promotion like enough? Ooh. Okay, let's say we exchange. Silver drop. And leading to a nice checkmate. Alright, so the idea is we take this and then chase the... like we can activate the bishop. Continue to chase the king. So the rook doesn't have time to be activated, in fact. Can we take the knight, perhaps? No, we just go for it. We just chase it in the corner and then set up a hishi or something. Come on, that's evil, Mr. Computer. This is so evil. And I love it. Okay, then take the knight, alright. Oh, take the knight is actually a checkmate. This is so nice. Alright guys, I think we saw a good game today. Wow, this was amazing watch. Wow. Okay, we're gonna take a quick look on the Fuji Hirose. We actually have only 20 minutes to like watch it, so I mean, I have great fun with you guys analyzing this in more detail without like being in a hurry. Especially, it's more meaningful for me because you guys chose this Kifu to analyze. So don't worry, I don't mind. Okay, so this is game 3. I think Fuji had won 2 games before that. So let's just try to see what happened. Try to understand the main points. I'm gonna analyze this game with the computer on the back so that we have something to look at. Well, you guys won't be able to see it probably, but... game, consider new analysis. Start. 20 seconds per move seems a little bit. Okay, just jumped like move 21, Joseki, like it didn't care about first 21 moves, cool. Alright, not that much of a speedrun. Okay, Aigakari opening, double wing attack. So here I explained that this is a good move, but actually this is also a good move. The idea being the same, they cannot play it because of this. Yeah. So they have to move the gold, and here we use the bishop instead of the gold. Bishop exchange happens. This is the bishop exchange, I'll say. Okay. This is all standard moves. And move 21, where the computer just jumped into, yeah? So our favorite shape, gold for 8. Edge pawn pushed. Ooh, 5 to gold. Hirose loses immediately. How dare he? Okay, gold 6-3 is a new idea as well. But it's at a different position. So he tries to outplay Fuji by playing a position that he doesn't know, perhaps. And we're gonna see how Fuji deals with it. So currently the king is on 7-9. We prevented the knight jump. We expect actually them to start attacking because Gote wants to attack first. But Fuji ignores it and he jumps with the knight. The knight jump is pretty interesting because the king is off the center, not protecting this pawn anymore. So what did happen? Instead of playing those two moves, Hirose played those two moves, yeah? How does it change the situation? Well, this bishop drop will be possible. If the silver like goes here or something, it will be possible, but I assume it will go this direction or up. This silver is saying, oh, I can push the pawn next Kiri or knight. So, after inputting this move, Fuji takes this pawn. So now, because he jumped the knight, we can ignore our previous attack and concentrate on killing the knight. There is the proverb that high jumping knight falls prey to a pawn. Yeah, falls prey, so it dies because of a pawn. Let's see how Fuji deals with the situation. So because Fuji was ignored on the left flank, he can play this, which disturbs the gold, which allows the bishop drop. The rook has to protect the center. And here, what's the correct move, chat? There's only one correct move in this position. I just realized that my computer, I set it up for like 20 seconds per move. It's not gonna ever finish. So if we were to analyze this Kifu, I would just quickly put it here and analyze it with 5 seconds per move. Else it's like never gonna finish for the end of the stream. So we are going to lose the knight. Once we lose the knight, our bishop will be in trouble. So there's only one move which is going to save our bishop, which is not knight sacrifice. Knight sacrifice actually puts our bishop in more pinch, kinda. The gold will go back, and then the bishop will die. Something like that. Rook 6-9 is also interesting. Pawn to 4. Oh, pawn to 4. This would let us lose the knight, yeah? Here we just drop the pawn and survive. The correct move. Pawn drop here. So this will allow our bishop to survive, because pawn promotion, bishop promotion let us run away from the pinch, right? The knight has to be taken because we've put too much resources into that. Oh, actually, we're gonna promote here instead. Okay. So we're saying, you took my knight, great. I'm gonna take your knight or your lance. In the meantime, I've distracted your gold, I've distracted your rook, and I have a horse. I'm pretty happy, says Fuji. Hirose says, okay, in that case, I'm gonna correct the shape that you've broken. So they agree on that exchange. Knight for a lance, and Fuji now is without pawns. But, you know, somewhere in the future, he's able to take this pawn. Oh, by the way, Fuji says, your rook is now very blocked. So I shall attack on your king's head. If you take my pawn, perhaps I can attack like this. Oh no, says Hirose, and he defends. I need a pawn, says Fuji, so he takes one. I shall leave it because I want to have attack on my own, says Hirose, and he takes 4-6. Now, the most interesting part is perhaps how is Fuji going to continue attacking? And his idea is simply to put the lance here, which looks very heavy. The target being pawn push, pawn takes, lance takes, and we've broken to the second file. So we could defend, but Hirose decides to counterattack more strongly. He says, if you push this pawn, and I take it, and you go here, I can block your rook. Yeah, that's his idea. But also on top of that, your gold is under attack. Sometimes I see stuff in my engine reviews and I'm like, how do I know where to try to protect my pieces versus continuing attack? So in endgame, you would attack if your king survives for long enough. If your king is under threat, you have to defend. If you're slower, you have to defend. If you're faster, you have to attack. In the Satomi game we just saw, she should have attacked because her king was safe enough. Her king was safe enough. Because she over-defended, she used the pieces that she needed for the attack, and now Nishiyama was better off, right? Sorry, I don't know what's fine girl, but thank you for the follow for iGamer. A for iGamer. Is it like A for like in chess? I don't know. Shogi's conversation indeed. Alright, Sep, we're gonna check it out tomorrow then. Don't worry, don't worry. Alright. We have to run because our gold is under attack. And here, you know, Fuji doesn't have to hurry. He has this attack setup. He can choose the timing he wants to attack. Because Hirose doesn't put more pressure on him. Pushed here. This he decides to ignore. And his rook is blocked. But notice this move is great. The lance is still here. Now the knight is under attack. So he has like this double threat kind of situation. Which of course means that he agreed on his position to be weakened here. But honestly he doesn't care because like the threat is gone somewhere else. So now Hirose is in trouble. He needs to do something. He tries to promote. Silver takes. Tries to attack. Gold takes. He tries to activate the rook. Horse has to run. And the knight jumps. So we've weakened the position so that the gold is not protecting the silver anymore. The knight looks very powerful, but it's just the knight. So I assume Fuji is going to show us a crazy attack here, because he will arrive at the assumption my king is safe enough. Yeah. So he attacks 2-2 pawn drop. Hirose is like, well, my knight isn't enough, so I'm gonna add a bishop, threatening to fork the rook with the king. Well, check is always a nice move to have, so the king runs. And I would play a move like this or something, like protect them both. But I believe the lance would fall and Fuji's attack would be extinguished. I don't think it's bad for Fuji, but Fuji being the strong, amazing player he is, he decides, haha, my king is safe enough, and he goes for the attack anyway. Beautiful. So now Hirose tries to make his threat work. The silver will go back, which is perfect, escaping this force attack. Well, the lance does fall, but we get a gold, right? Great. A king takes is a little bit scary, so gold takes. What is a great follow-up move, guys? Move that we all would like to play in this position. Great move. Nifu. No. No Nifu allowed. Although it's a good answer. Nifu is always good. Nope, taking the knight is not the answer. We wanna do something before that. Remember, it's Fuji playing. What's the most aggressive, crazy move that you can think of? I don't know, maybe targeting to fork the king and the horse on the third move? Yes. Knight drop 4. We are threatening to take the silver, king takes silver drop, forking the only, well, the attacking piece of Gote while threatening the king. And notice that if we take it all, taking the knight will become a check, so it's much better to do it this way. Go with tempo. I don't know what happens if the silver escapes or silver goes down. Probably just exchange everything. What if silver escapes? Pawn drop to 5-4 is also 5-2 is quite interesting move to continue with, honestly. Pawn drop 4-2 looks quite threatening as well. Because we can drop a gold and like force a check like this. You know, the horse is weaker, we can force some checks here. Yeah, so maybe this is what Fuji is going for. Yeah, we will eventually take the knight. It's just that we want to create a situation first. Sorry. Situation first where the knight is going to be useful. That's how Fuji thinks, yeah? Is setting up the board so that he can take the knight. That's my assumption. So, this is what Hirose plays, pawn drop. Okay, guys, what's the most inactive piece for now for Sente, and how do we activate it? And it's just crazy. Take free stuff, Fuji? Nope, thank you. Yeah. He will take it, guys. He will. He knows it's alone. So the game is decided in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves. 7 moves until the end of this game. And oh my god, this variation is so crazy. Yeah, that's not the god. Okay, maybe I will change the hint. Where is a piece that will be easy to activate, but we didn't think about activating it yet. And now we don't take the knight. The activation of that set piece is going to destroy the only and the last defender of Gote. Oh yes, he's doing well. Especially seeing this game, he's just destroying Hirose. Pawn drop to 5, it's a good idea. The bishop, this guy, the horse, is something we want to delete. Yes, Alexandre. Yes, you got it. Yes, Seb. Yes, you got it, guys. Now question number 2. How do we win this game? How do you win this game? And the scariest thing is, you don't retake it immediately. Check. Come to me, says Fuji. Come to me, king. And then he retakes. He also is like, at least let me activate my rook. And how do you finish the game, guys? There's one beautiful move here that decides the game. Did you all hear my stomach? Oh my gosh. Let's find that beautiful move. That forces the challenger to resign. Nope. Not taking the knight. Although, still, this is something we would like to do. Yes, bouncing, yes. This just puts the enemy king being defenseless completely. Completely defenseless. They could have dropped the pawn there or something. They cannot because we dropped it first. Exactly. It's also not for free pawn drop. We have 8 minutes to the end of the stream. I'm gonna force you guys to found the move. I was mousing over Toad's channel because he's streaming, so I'm thinking of raiding him after. I'm mousing on the background what I'm doing. You guys don't see. I could be playing Shogi in the background, you wouldn't notice. Mm-hmm. Knight takes 3-2. Incorrect. This will allow the king to run toward this safety. Pawn drop a2. It's a good move. But there's a better one. Seb says, can't believe it's not bishop. Wait, you did say bishop? Oh my gosh, I missed it. Yes, it is the bishop. Well done, Seb. I just missed you saying that. Sorry. Congratulations. It is the bishop though. It is. So the problem is, you know, the king cannot run toward the safety because of this beauty. We cannot really block it. Well, this move will eventually come, yeah, to like finish the king off. And of course we're getting a free piece here. Yeah, not sure if we can take it immediately. We probably can if we have the power of Fuji. I don't, yeah. Anyway, if king goes up, how do we checkmate this way? Well, we can drop the gold, king takes. Is it a mate? Am I missing something? I don't see it. Ah! I mean, technically just taking this knight is good enough. Threatening gold drop or pound promotion next, I think. Then taking the knight is a threat mate. Which variation? Oh, my computer almost finished analysis as well. Move 70 was the critical points. Okay. Random king takes looks for 6. Oh, you mean instead of You mean here? King takes. King knight is a threat mate. Well, technically, yes. I mean, there's probably many ways to win, but what was played was bishop drop. So lance drop is the most correct defense. Bishop drop, rook takes. I don't know how to read this computer analysis actually. Still thinking about it. Bishop drop, lance drop, pawn takes, silver takes, bishop takes, king takes, taking the knight. Pawn drop for free, silver takes, silver. Yeah, so the computer proposed variation is just take all and then take this. And how about this computer? Okay. Yeah, as well, lance drop. Yeah, lance drop, pawn takes, silver takes, bishop takes, king takes, rook takes, king runs, drop the pawn, so yeah, the same variation. So it's not finished, but the score is minus 6,000 for, yeah, it's brutal. Indeed, it's brutal. If the king goes up, what's the best move? Just gold drop! I missed the gold drop, my dear friends. This is just checkmate, yeah? Beautiful. Fuji curve. I mean, Fuji, being the Fuji mountain. Beautiful. Alright, so the main mistake that seems to be made... I cannot believe just taking the knight is better. Yes, no. I don't know actually. I mean, he lost one game against Hirose, but not the title. Seems like Hirose could have fought more here. He also had a little bit of chance around this position. He did play, which was played, so the computer is a little bit confused. Because this is exactly the computer moves. Okay, so taking the pawn wasn't the correct move. Which makes sense, yeah, it blocked the rook. And the knight seemed to be very important piece to not let be taken, yeah? It feels to me like Hirose gave up a little bit in this game, like Fuji was able to do whatever he wanted. It feels like a very big, one big Tsumeshogi that he solved. I don't know how you guys feel. His closest was 3-1 win against Toyoshima, according to Yellow-sen in Iosen. Knight and lance. I guess. Ayo against Deguchi 3-0. Issei against Nagase 3-1. Oi against Toyoshima for 1. Thank you, Yellow, you're a savior. He didn't challenge for Meijin because he's not there yet. Okay, let's check out. So current, oh god, please don't. Currently Oza is Nagase, Meijin is Watanabe, Yo says as well. Fuji has Ryo, Oi, Eyo, Osho, Issei. Wow, he really has a lot of those titles and amazing. Of course, you know, the biggest achievement he can do is to hold all the titles at the same time. I don't know if you guys know that Habu is famous for holding 7 titles at the same time. But also, what you guys probably know, the number of titles raised to 8. So if Fuji gets 8 of them, it's gonna be a new record. Yes, it's possible. I mean, technically, yes. Physically and human level, well, we're gonna find out. And this is what's exciting about Fuji. It's something we have to find out. yeah, I hope we're gonna see that actually. Ah. So if we were to check on Meiji-sen and Oza, Meiji. So actually, it's, you know, the Meiji is not decided. Fuji being here. Fuji being here, he has 3 wins, 1 loss. 1 loss against Sugai. So if we put, yeah, so Toyoshima is number 1 currently, but he also played 1 more game than Fuji. As you can see, he's going to play Heroes. Oh my gosh. But there's many people who have the same score. Like 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 loss is only 3 people. So it's likely that he's going to become challenger. It was cool. Wow. Well, Toyoshima was fighting against Fuji for the longest time, I feel. Maybe Yellow is going to correct me. But Fuji also has this amazing score of just becoming pro and then getting... How many wins in a row was it? 28 or 31? Like, it was crazy. And then he just came up and picked all the titles. You know, immediately getting like 9 done and stuff. Where there are people like getting stuck for years as a 6 dan or 5 dan, he just all the way to the top. What did I want to check? It was a title. We cannot find the Oza title here, can we? Okay, we're gonna do it differently. Kisen. Oza. This is the Yosen. This is the qualification for the Oza Challenger. And this is like the pre-elimination. So the winners of those will probably be in winner deciding tournament. Fuji, I don't see him. Did he qualify? By the way, Satomi is here. He lost. Kato Momoko. She won. Ishiyama. She lost. Did I miss it? Or there's also a chance like some people get qualified automatically. I'm not exactly aware how it works. I'm sorry, guys. By the way, this is the Aoshima sensei that taught you guys the handicap games to the winners last season. It's Katagami sensei. He won his first game. Maybe he just qualified already. Because I don't see his name on the list even. They're gonna nerf him. Yeah, that's not how it works. I'm gonna see how it looked last time. Confusing to me. How does it work? Okay, this one doesn't have any update at all. Oh, he lost? But that was half a year ago. Yeah. So it has to be the previous one. And it says it was... Chosen... So it's this one. And you could see, yeah, he was here. So he lost the first time. Maybe like automatically qualified? 1, 2, 3, 9. 9 people. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe 7 people gets like automatically qualified. And then the rest is going through the eliminations. That's my guess. Oh, okay. It explains here. So we have the Challenger deciding tournament, and it's going to be combined. 10 people coming from the like the second preliminaries bracket, winners of 1 to 10th area, like the pyramid thing. And on top of that, you will have like the seed, it's called, maybe. And best 4 from the last year, 4 people. Which is actually 4 people, okay? Toyoshima, Ohashi, Kimura, and Ishii. And then we have, on top of that, title holders, which the remaining title holders are only 2. Watanabe, Meijin, and Fuji Ryo. So because Fuji is Ryo, he gets automatically qualified for the Challenger designing, like the main final tournament, yeah? So this is why I couldn't find his name here, because he's already on the higher bracket. So yeah, he has chance to get this title. He has chance to get Meijin. So yes, his earliest chance to get 8 titles will be this year. Although this year is already ending, so I guess next year. Like this pro season. But they also don't have many chances to play against him, let's be honest, right? Meiji, not Akira. So Meijin is written with different kanji. The kanji you wrote is the name of a candy company. Meijin is written... Meijin, famous person, is written like this. Meiji is a name of a company. And it is Watanabe Akira. Watanabe is his family name. Akira is his given name. So when you talk about Japanese person, you would use his surname. Does Shogi mostly have elimination tournament? They do have mostly elimination tournament, but then you have the league, which is Meijin League is the most famous one. And then you get divided into classes, A, B, C, D, whatever. And then the best person gets either qualified higher or becomes the challenger. But those are rare, like the other tournaments are knockout, rather. Because you get paid by every game, so it's easier to make a knockout tournament for the sponsors, to be honest, yeah? For ladies, there used to be a league, but you had to qualify to that league. 2 of them, actually. And now they made a league for all the ladies, which is the same as Meijin Sen, which is like a huge rating league for all the pro, divided into classes. No, Meijin, yeah. Alright guys, that's gonna be all for today. Again, tomorrow we're gonna analyze your Kifu. And next week I'm gonna make those videos about the proverbs while preparing for Joseki for the, what was it, Ureshino. And we shall be raiding Toad. Hopefully you enjoyed. I did enjoy it enormously. Yes, I agree. Like, the fact that there were all the knockout tournaments basically means if you lost a game, you would play 0 games. But having a league means you're playing at least like 1 or 2 games per month, which helps with mental, helps with training, helps with money situation. I'm really, really happy for that sponsor to that. Yeah, Hulik, really great thing in order to, well, the whole professional system to grow. Alright guys, I will see you on Discord. If you wanna put your Kifu for tomorrow, this is where you put it, the second link. Again, enjoy Toad's stream and have a nice evening. Bye bye.